Just so.
Vietnam.
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 Just so Vietnam.
Hello and welcome to another new episode of Just So Vietnam, a Vietnam travel guide and also a guide to the way of life here. In the next 10 minutes we're going to explore modern-day Vietnam through the eyes of expats who call it home. Here's the headlines for today's show. First, in Just Ask, we'll find out about the folk mask of Vietnam. Then, in Just Try, let's learn about the making of yin yang towels in the northern provinces of Lang Son province. Finally, I'll give you some tips about watching art performances in Vietnam, starting with traditional puppetry. In today's episode of Just Ask, we'll find out more about the folk mask of Vietnam, an essential item in major festivals in Vietnam with Mr. Questioning Sam Patterson.
How could you beat that person over there that's twice your size?
You know? Because I got the power!
Đi coi là phù hội.
Chào các bạn, it's me Sam for Just Ask. You may be wondering what I'm wearing on my face. Well, this is a traditional Vietnamese mask known as Mat Na Dày Bui in Vietnamese. It may look very stiff, but it's actually made of paper. The paper masks are used to symbolize various elements of Vietnamese people's life in the past. The images reflect different characters and people from Vietnamese culture, such as the earth god, the water buffalo, and the jade rabbit. These masks are a popular folk toy and used mainly in festivals. On the night of the festival, gleeful children parade around wearing these colourful masks. The masks are also an essential for the traditional lion dance performance.
Bac Sơn is a district of Lang Son province. It's 160 kilometers from Hanoi to the north, which is famous for its breathtaking valleys. The district is inhabited by the Thai ethnic people and their traditional stilt houses. Most of the houses on stilts in the area are roofed with yin-yang tiles, which are also an essential part in the stilt house of the Thai people. In this episode of Just Try, let's follow our guest, Egbert Veldman, to experiment the craft of making the yin-yang tiles.
Hung is the owner of the Yin Yang Tilery in Quin Son village, the only place supplying yin yang tiles for the whole Bac Sơn district and some other areas in Lang Son province.
I'd like to share you a little bit more about my experience of the process of making tiles. What I was thinking, well, that process should probably take with a lot of modern techniques Not at all.
First, Hung and I went to the field right behind his kiln to collect the clay. Here people use materials given by nature to make the tiles. It's been such a long time since I could play with clay like a kid. Really a joyful moment.
Come on. Well, I gotta say, I love it. Just look at it. Get your feet dirty, hands dirty. Great day spent here. Rain coming. It's not bad at all. Oi.
The yin-yang tiles are the standout symbol of every house of the Thai. The name yin-yang partly comes from the way people arrange the type. The yang tiles are put upwards to the sky, and the yin tiles are placed downwards to the ground. Therefore, the yin-yang tiles represent the harmony of the heaven and earth. The Thai people will feel lost without yin-yang tiles on their roofs.
Đây là cái đất đã qua lọc sỏi thành đất để cho vào khuôn để đóng thành viên ngói. Đây là cái khuôn để làm ra viên ngói. Bắt đầu mình đóng, xong là bạn xem, trong tí là bạn cũng làm như mình. Đổ cho đất vào nhưng không được dính lắm. Chỉ là cái phần đất thừa với lại cái viên ngói của mình. Tay xòe tay. Bây giờ bạn có thể làm rồi.
Băng, dê, thôi.
Vâng. Bạn cứ làm đi, cái gì không làm được thì tôi sẽ hướng dẫn bạn. Dần dần bắt đầu quen chân nên là đất mới dính vào chân.
This is really the most difficult part.
Khi mình lật cái phần đất thừa lên, mình lật đúng đến tầm nào đấy, bạn lật như thế này là nó đã có do chống dính ở cái khuôn này rồi. Thì viên ngói nó sẽ lại bị ra theo cái phần đất thừa. Đấy, để mình lại lấy này ra mình làm lại. Đấy, những cái này viên ngói này là không nên. Cái này bạn lại trắng lại làm lại.
Vâng. Please, this time. I don't know. I think it's just too sticky. I'm trying to get 2 towels, but as you can see, this is not working for me. It's honestly not working. I give up.
Our guest has finished making the tiles. Now, what's the next step? Let's continue watching.
Today a family in Quinson has 2 customers and they get a big deal. All other families come to help them transfer the tiles onto the truck. This really impresses me. What I see is a vivid example of the sharing and caring in this community. They always help each other. Their responsibility for the community and others come naturally, without being written down in any rules or regulations. I feel touched and happy for their bond. This is what you rarely find nowadays in the big city.
In the following, I'll share with you some simple but effective Vietnamese travel tips, in the hope that you too can dive right into the deep end and experience what this incredible country has to offer. Rich in traditional arts and crafts, Vietnam promises to bring you truly memorable experiences with traditional art performances. In this episode, I'm going to give you some tips about watching puppetry in Hanoi. There are 2 main kinds of puppet shows you can find. land puppetry, and of course the famous folk water puppetry. Land puppetry is mostly performed at the Vietnam National Puppetry Theatre. Using the same techniques as the rest of the world, Vietnamese land puppetry marks its uniqueness with the folk stories and its character design. On the other hand, water puppetry can be found at a series of puppet theaters in Hanoi. There are performances almost every day and night. To experience a water puppet show at its place of origin, visit Dao Thuc village, located just 1 hour driving from the city center. As for the land puppet, just a bit to the south of Hanoi, Te Teo village is famous for this kind of art. All you need to do is look for a schedule that suits you on the theater websites. What are you waiting for? And with that, we already come to the end of this episode. As always, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and to leave your comments on our VTV World fan page. I'm Martijn, and this is Just So Vietnam!